Hey everyone, hope you are having a great day today. Today we are taking a look at Numbers chapter 12. Just a reminder, this will be the last week that I will actually be posting the video here on Facebook. Instead, I will be posting the link to go to YouTube to watch the video. Facebook has kind of changed how they're saving videos, and I want to save all these videos, so I'm going to be moving them to YouTube so that those will be saved there. So let's talk about chapter 12. So in today's chapter, we see Miriam and Aaron kind of talking about Moses. So it tells us in the first verse that Miriam and Aaron criticized Moses because he had married a Cushite woman. They said, "Has the Lord spoken only through Moses? Hasn't he spoken through us too?" But the Lord heard them. Immediately the Lord called to Moses, Aaron, and Miriam and said, "Go out to the tabernacle, all three of you." So the three of them went to the tabernacle. Then the Lord descended in the pillar of cloud and stood at the entrance of the tabernacle. "Aaron and Miriam," he called, and they stepped forward. And the Lord said to them, "Now listen to what I say. If there were prophets among you, I, the Lord, would reveal myself in visions. I would speak to them in dreams, but not with my servant Moses. Of all my house, he is the one I trust. I speak to him face to face clearly and not in riddles. He sees the Lord as he is. So why were you not afraid to criticize my servant Moses?" So God was really angry with Miriam and Aaron. You can see that he and Moses have a very strong relationship. The Lord was so angry that it goes on to talk about how he struck Miriam immediately with leprosy, and Aaron begins to plead, please don't do this. And God does kind of lessen her being excluded from the group by, it tells us that she would be out of the group of people for 7 days, but she would be allowed back into the camp after those 7 days, and then the group could move on. So this just goes to show us how strongly God's relationship was with Moses. So let's talk about arguing and talking about others here. People often argue over minor disagreements. This is in my footnote, leaving the deeper issues untouched. Such was the case when Miriam and Aaron criticized Moses. They represented the prophets and the priests, the two most powerful groups next to Moses. The real issue was their growing jealousy of Moses' position and influence. Since they could not find fault with the way Moses was leading the people, they chose to criticize his wife. Rather than face the problem squarely by dealing with their envy and pride, they chose to create a diversion from the real issue. When you are in a disagreement, stop and ask yourself if you are arguing over the real issue or if you have introduced a smokescreen by attacking someone's character. If you are unjustly criticized, remember that your critics may be afraid to face the real problem. Don't take this type of criticism personally. Ask God to help you identify the real issue and deal with it. So that was chapter 12. Tomorrow we will take a look at Numbers chapter 13. Have a great day.